Oxford is a place where we all work together, live together, care about each other, neighbours together, where we all resist racism. And when people don't follow that, when they divide us, and when they make people feel vulnerable and frightened, it's an affront to all of us. So well done to all of you for standing up against that, making sure our city stays open to everyone, so everyone can enjoy being here. So thank you again to the organisers. That's all I want to say. My children have been chirping about ice cream for the whole of this, so I think I probably need to deal with them. But big thanks again to everyone who's here. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I greet you with the Islamic greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May peace and blessing of Almighty God be upon you all. As one of the representatives of Muslim in the Oxford and the Oxfordshire United Kingdom Muslim Council of Britain, I would like to thank all my brothers and sisters in humanity which they come. As the Almighty God says, of course, in our book, Almighty God says, I create you from the one man and one woman and made you to tribe and nation to understand each other, to be in peace with each other, not to fight with each other. It's very important. We are from the one race and human race. And therefore, my brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter what color they're, what shape and where we are living, and what sort of language and what sort of faith we have. We are brothers and sisters, and we have to look after each other. Because at the end, human will suffer. The man will suffer. The woman will suffer. Therefore, my brothers and sisters, we have to unite together. We have to stay united and take any racism, any anti-Muslim or Islamophobia or any other racism out of our home, our communities, our cities, our town, our countries, and forever. God bless you all, and thank you very much.
We know about the Football Lads Alliance. We know about the rise of the Free Tommy Robinson fascist forces, and we need to start doing the work to make sure we disrupt and we oppose. They will be coming to Oxford, we know that. They'll be coming up soon, so we need to make sure we're ready. So I call on the Labour Party to make sure that we commit ourselves to building anti-racist networks in all of our wards where we're councillors. We start that work now. Now it's happened on our doorstep. We shouldn't have to wait for it to happen. We should be already doing the work, already building our anti-racist, anti-fascist networks. That's the task I think that the Labour Party and the Labour movement and the trade union movement should be taking a lead role in. That's something that I'm quite happy as a councillor to start working on in Barcelona, Sandhills and North East Headington, and I would like to call on the rest of the Labour movement to join me in that work. Thank you.
Year on year, there has been a massive increase, in the last year to this year. There's been a massive increase, about 30% increase on these Islamophobic attacks. There's been an increase in racist attacks. And in the labor movement, this is something that we've been fighting for years. And it's still going on. Parks should be safe. That is a community space. It should be safe. We should feel safe when you come to a park. And I'm hoping, by claiming the park today, I'm hoping that message have gone to the racist, message has gone to the extremists, that it can't be on in this time and date. Thank you very much for coming, and I'm really thankful to Standing Against Racism that it's the second time it's happened, a second time they have organized it properly and very strongly and got the support from the communities where people live. Thank you very much.
After Trump went, on the Saturday, 6,000 racists and fascists marched in London. Now, they were countered by just 3,000 trade unionists, Labour Party members, anti-racist activists. The balance is completely wrong. We should be outnumbering them 100 to 1. And the potential's there, but that isn't going to happen without people actually being active and actually going out and carrying the argument about why, now Trump's gone, we need to carry on the fight against racism. The far right and fascists in Europe are getting organised. We've seen the rise of the FPO, the AFD in Germany, we've got Jobbik in Hungary, and now we've got Steve Bannon from the United States coming over here. He wants to set up a foundation like Momentum, but for the far right. to organise and strengthen their organisation to drive politics to the far right here in Britain and elsewhere. And it's not, and they're uniting around Tommy Robinson, ex-BNP member who led the racist English Defence League, putting 4,000 plus racists on the streets, a man who wants to build a racist street army, so we can't do this. Because if they win, we won't be able to come out. Simple as that. So we have to make sure that that does not happen. So it's up to all of us to go back and actually build the anti-racist movement. Now, stand up to racism. Doesn't matter what your politics are. If you agree with the slogan, if you want people to stand up to challenge racism whenever it raises its head, then we're an organisation you can join. We're local and we're national, and we've got branches around the country. Support from the Labour Party and support from the trade unions. You know, but like I say, the politics, we just want you to support. If you support organising against racism, then you need to be in an organisation. We need people to unite like we've done today. So we've got an international conference coming up. We've got contact lists locally so we can respond like this. If you leave your emails, then you'll get notice of any other activity, so people can come out together. Because that's the key thing. We've got to mobilise and unite. I think the majority of people are anti-racist, but it's not enough to be anti-racist in their heads. Now is the time to be anti-racist out in the world. That's what the racists are doing. If we sit back, we might be a majority, but it's that activity that's going to win. So we need to up the anti-racist activity. So again, I'd just like to thank everyone for coming. I think you've done a brilliant job.
I might go to 1, 2, and then I might go to
Yeah.